Top of the morning, it's Jay Coffee on the vid. Back with another one, man. We got some viral videos, some real good ones, man. I need to hear from you guys on this one. Some funny-ish that I'm going to need y'all to throw your captions and commentary game in there. Some amazing-ish and much more. Like, these are some real dope viral videos. I'm real excited to hear what y'all got to say about these and some news and whatnot. So let's get it. So first up on this one, this is simply amazing. Like, this ain't the funny one. This is the amazing one. Just has me befuddled. I don't know if this is the military or can't be the Coast Guard, right? This got to be some military type ish or whatever. They got a real life hover suit, or I don't know exactly what in the fuck you would call it. I don't know why I almost said hoverboard. Obviously, there's no board involved, but this is dope, man. Dude's just gliding through the sky. And then I'm thinking too, right? Whoever's filming this must be on one next to him, right? Or is there some kind of like selfie stick with a camera on it, like going up off dude's shoulder or his helmet or something? Or I don't know, man, but pretty dope. I'm not sure exactly what it is. If you know, jump in the comments. Man, imagine if those were just like an everyday thing that anyone could have just around the way. There'd be a lot of wild-ish going down. And imagine if there'd be like accidents. I remember late 90s, someone was like, yo, by 2010 or something, there will be flying cars. Which, who knows? Maybe there is like one flying car out there that exists. I don't know. When you see some ish like this, who knows, right? But I always thought in my head, well, so what? Will there be like flying car cops and traffic? They'll try to like keep, you know what I mean? Will there be lanes in the sky? How will that work? Yo, then this is just absolutely crazy. Here you see the caption they're calling bro Tupac. He got his bandana tied like Pac on and all that. And when I first seen it, I was like, oh, this is a security guard, right? But then I was really looking at the suit and I'm like, yo, there's some kind of sheriff's department or something, right? I don't know. Like, I was surprised the department isn't like, yo, man, you can't rock that on the job. That's against the uniform policy. But shit, if he embodies that, the attitude and everything of Tupac, he just does what he wants. He's like, fuck it. Then we got to move on to this post that Azizz threw up. Y'all know I blog on Azizz from time to time. I always say he's like one of the most hated on the net. You know what I mean? Obviously, he was going at M, and a lot of people weren't feeling it. But I always say, man, I got a respect for Azizz because he was just very determined. He don't really care what anyone thinks. He just does him, you know, to put it plain and simple. But peep it, man. Me and him had a good convo too. It's on the channel somewhere. But he said, yo, it's funny when dude's whole family was broke. My whip got us to a lot of shows and around the East Coast. Broke dudes couldn't afford a car back in the early 90s. This was my joint. My bro Skilla blessed me with this joint. Now, if you guys recall when the whole beef was going on with M, there was some, the legendary Outsidaz. Some of the members like tapped in and were saying, yo, we don't fuck with what Azizz is saying and doing. Then later, some of them, like, I don't want to say they dissed Az, but they weren't co-signing what he had going on, how he was rocking. But then we saw them rock with him later, you know what I mean? But at one point in time, I forget if it was Young Z or who it was, someone said something about his car that Azizz used to drive people to shows. And if you guys recall, they started calling him like Uber before there was Uber. But seeing this took me back, y'all. Comment like your first car when you got your first car. My first car was a 92 Cavalier, y'all. And I had that jump off in like ’07. Bought it with my own money. Listen, got it for $450, and it only had 40,000 miles on it. This car was like mechanically, because 92 they weren't making cars to break down yet. You know what I mean? Like, cars was lasting as long as you changed the oil and maintenance and everything like you was supposed to, tune-ups, you were good money. And this thing with the 4-cylinder was good on gas, y'all. I put like $10 in that and drive it for 3 days. I used to deliver pizzas and ish and just kill it, like make a lot of money. But this took me back. Like, comment, guys, if you can relate, like seeing a old car like this that some people will refer to as a hoopty, kind of takes you back, you know, in your younger days when you got your first car. And again, guys, Azizz, comment if y'all feel like that about him, like that you salute that he does him, or you like fuck Azizz, because a lot of people were.
Even me, and I kind of understand the process.
You understand it probably better than a lot of people with your career, and I was wondering if, you know, you had been the one that jumped up out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock, if you would have been treated the same way, Mel.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. That's our time.
Have you ever thought about that?
Thank you, Jesse.
Okay.
That is our time.
Well, Mel, thank you very much for joining Jesse Waters Primetime, and we really appreciate it. April 13th, the movie drops, Father Stu. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys seen that clip there. What in the fuck is going on? There's Mel Gibson on Jesse Waters, and of course, they gotta ask Mel about, like, yo, what if that was you that did that? Which that's kind of a wild question, right? They just like weren't like, yo, what's your thoughts on it, or this, that, and the third. They were like, what if you did it? Kind of an odd line of questioning to me. But anyways, Mel Gibson just starts laughing like the Joker or something, right? What was that? What was that all about, guys? Is Mel Gibson really like, what was his name in Lethal Weapon? Was it Murtaugh? Remember, Murtaugh was like was a wild one. He was a bit crazy or whatever. Like, is Mel more like Murtaugh than we know, or what? And then you hear the person that was like, hey, Jesse, thanks for that's all the time we got. Apologies for all the background noise and everything, y'all. But I'm guessing that person that was saying that was Mel Gibson's like publicist or someone from his team. And listen, guys, it's, you know, a lot of times I tell you guys, I just bring this ish to you guys off the cuff. Like, for certain blogs that I bring, I might just react to something off the cuff. Like, I don't do a lot of research or whatever. Like, I just bring you guys an organic reaction. And sometimes I think it brings more of it opens up better communication type. It's better convos, you know, rather than just being like, oh, let me jump right in and do a bunch of fucking research. Like, I know everything, you know, like sometimes but with Mel Gibson, why is it I feel like Mel did some BS, right? Or like, was the world really mad at Mel Gibson? I don't know why. I feel like he did some old crazy-ish that I'm forgetting about. But anyways, with the publicist, it's like, and then you see Mel Gibson's reaction. It's like, damn, they got the publicist like tapped in right through the audio where they can just jump in and go, hey, all right, that's it. You know, like they don't trust Mel will go off. You know what I'm saying? Go ham on him. But real talk, what do you guys make of that? What do you think that was all about? What he was doing there? For real, he really looked like the Joker to me. Like, just insane, like a madman. That shit was crazy. How about Shaq here on these videos? Just money from anywhere. It's like Shaq is just throwing these up. Swish too, nothing but net out of all the shots. And you guys know on this one, the jokes practically write themselves, right? Like, how can Shaq be so nice like this, but struggle from that free throw line, right? Yo, you guys remember the one Scary Movie? I think it was Scary Movie 4 when they were doing a little spoof off a Saw, and it was like Dr. Phil and Shaq were locked up, you know, like in Saw 1 where dude was chained up and Shaq had to hit a free throw for them to be freed or whatever. And Dr. Phil, I think he was like, yo, just give me the saw. I'm just going to saw my leg off or something, man. Like, for real, Shaq is just on point here. I don't know. Man, maybe this video is edited up, y'all. Nah, I'm just playing. And last up, guys, I don't know what fighting promotion this is. Is this kickboxing or I don't know what it is. I don't know who the fighters are, but oh boy got knocked the fuck out, y'all. If you guys know who the fighters are or any of that info, tap in and comment. But man, oh man, like, you know, sometimes with the knockouts, we can see where someone lost consciousness, you know what I mean? Or where they were like out of it and back in, or they were fading away, or they were still knocked out, standing up. And man, dude did like, I don't even know what you would call that, man. He looked like he was like possessed or something, like in some movie where like someone is taken over by a demon and they're like twisting all up and start floating on the ground, dragging their toes or some ish, but in place. Like, dude was knocked the fuck out. I feel like maybe I was bugging with that, right? Like, that sounds a little too crazy. I don't know. He got knocked the fuck out. Wild KO. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Tap in and comment on that. That's gonna conclude this video. Though, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For real. Much love. I appreciate it greatly. We've been having a lot of great convos lately. Again, I'm really excited to hear everyone's take, thoughts, and opinion on all these topics and viral videos. New viewers, don't forget to sub to the channel. Hit that notification bell. This is Coffee, where we're talking music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. And I'm gone.